In this chapter, we'll be stepping through Benchmark Factory for Database, the supported databases that you can put tests against, and how to configure connectivity to those databases. Benchmark Factory for Databases does support Oracle versions 8 through 11G, Microsoft SQL Server 7, 2000, 2005, 2008, the Sybase Adaptive Server Anywhere versions 12.5 and 15, IBM's DB2, the LUW platform versions 8 and 9, MySQL's versions 4 and 5, and we also supply you an ODBC connectivity interface that you can use to connect to any database via your ODBC driver that supports ANSI SQL syntax. Now let's step into Benchmark Factory for Databases and talk about how to establish connections. Benchmark Factory gives you several wizards to help you step through the more complicated steps. So in your wizards drop down, I want you to look at the profile creation. Profiles in Benchmark Factory are synonymous with database connections. This is actually kind of an alias that you can define, so when you create a new test and tell Benchmark Factory to launch against a specific database, you just reference the profile. This drop-down shows for us the drivers that we have available to us. You do need, for native connectivity, to have installed on the Benchmark Factory machine the vendor-supplied connectivity driver. So for me to connect to Oracle using native connectivity, I need to have an Oracle home with the SQLnet driver installed on this machine. If I choose Oracle and click Next, Benchmark Factory is now going to want me to supply the connectivity information specific to Oracle, so I need to supply my database service name and a logon. Benchmark Factory will now attempt to test the connection. It was successful. Now I can give it a name. So this is telling us the creation has succeeded. And now when I go to create or launch an existing test, I can choose which connection I want that to go against.